Okay, I'm about to make pound cake. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take 4 sticks of butter and I'm gonna cream them. Now, in order to cream this butter, it has to be at room temperature. The butter has to be at room temperature. And at the end of this, you want the butter to look like margarine. You want it to be like a margarine type consistency. So I'm just squeezing it with my hands and turning it into like a margarine type consistency. Yeah, so I'm just creaming it. And my body heat actually helps with this as well. The heat from my hands helps me cream all this butter. Just massage it and work the butter. Okay, that's about ready to be creamed. Scrape as much as I can off my gloves. Scrape as much of that butter off my gloves as I can. And start creaming it. I'm gonna start creaming it. And again, it should come out looking like margarine. It should be like margarine. No lumps or anything like that. And I do everything by hand. I don't use electric mixer. I'm just using a tough spoon to cream it. Or a steel spoon to cream all this butter. Wish I could give you a better close-up camera view. Okay. See how that butter's creaming perfectly? That's like margarine. You want it to be like basically margarine spread. With no lumps or anything in it. All right, so that's what you want. See, that's like margarine. So now, what you want to do after you've creamed the butter is you want to scrape down the sides of the bowl. and you want to add 3.5 cups of granulated white sugar. Domino's sugar. Domino's granulated sugar. 3.5 cups. Three and a half cups of Domino's sugar. About 3.5 cups of Domino's sugar. Domino's white sugar. So now I'm gonna incorporate all this into it. Into my butter. And again, I'm just using my spoon, a thick metal spoon. I'm going to get all this incorporated. It's good to, be able to do everything by hand and, decrease your reliance on appliances and electricity, electrically driven appliances, and be able to do things by hand is way better. Yeah, I never use stand mixers or anything. I do everything by hand. Because I prefer to do everything by hand. It's better. And see the consistency that it is? That's what you want. It's perfectly incorporated, as you can see. Perfectly incorporated. So now, what you want to do is, in a separate bowl, you want to take six egg yolks, just the yolks, and you want to take 6 whole eggs. You want to add 6 whole eggs to this. 6 whole eggs to these 6 egg yolks. Two, second egg. 3, 4, 5, got a little bit of eggshell in there. I'll get that out though. 5. And this is my 6th and final egg. Then I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract. 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract. Got 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract. And this is homemade vanilla extract. These are vanilla beans from Madagascar that I made from scratch. Okay, so now I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of salt. One teaspoon of salt. So now I'm gonna I'm gonna incorporate this and beat it together. I'm gonna lightly beat this, break the yolks gently. Gently break all these yolks. See how I'm gently breaking them all? Just break them gently. And then just kind of lightly incorporate all this. Lightly incorporate everything together. Not too heavy, lightly. Okay, that's about perfect. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to gradually add this to my batter here. Gradually. Gradually incorporate this into my batter. Or into my butter sugar mixture, I should say. Wait until it's fully incorporated until I add the next amount. Make sure everything gets fully incorporated. Okay, as you can see, that's fully incorporated. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to gradually add 3.5 cups of all-purpose flour. Gradually. Very gradually add 3.5 cups of all-purpose flour to this. Very gradually add 3.5 cups of all-purpose flour to this. And this makes a lot of batter. That's 2 cups, and now this is going to be my final 1.5 cups that I'm going to add to it. Okay. This is going to be my final 1.5 cups. Okay, yep. I'm just gradually adding my just about done. This will be my final 1.5 cups. So this will be 3.5 cups of flour total. All right, and that's my final flour. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my bundt cake pan and I'm gonna take some vegetable shortening and I'm gonna line the side of I'm gonna go over the pan with it, with the vegetable shortening. And this is what you always do when you make a bundt cake. You line the pan with vegetable shortening. Give it a pretty good lineup. Vegetable shortening. Then I'm going to take my sprinkler, sprinkle a little bit of flour on it. Just like this. Okay, so now I'm going to add my batter. Add my batter. Just evenly distribute it around the just trying to evenly distribute the batter. Okay, just going to evenly distribute my batter. Okay, so now I'm going to put this in my oven that's been preheated to 350 degrees. And I'm going to bake it for 1 hour. And that's your pound cake.